And subscribe.
The fuck are you drinking?
Hmm?
What are you drinking?
Cider. It's 5 o'clock.
Angry Orchard. That's fucking gross.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
How much is the alcohol proof? 2%.
No, I think it's like. Fuck. What does it say here?
It should.
3% calcium.
It should say like in the bottom area.
Nah, it says naturally gluten free. Oh, 5%.
Yeah, you see. Actually, 2% is not that far off.
2% is just like juice with like a tinge of whiskey.
Yeah,
Not
that's
even
like
a tinge of whiskey, like you know how like what's it called? Like actual alcohol you used to disinfect wounds.
You
get like a little bit of that. And
that's
a whole
like,
lot of Welch's juice.
It's like a little bit too, 5%.
Yeah, 5% isn't gonna get you anywhere unless you like a hard, like, you know, lightweight. And then you take one sip. Oh fuck! I'm twisted off juice.
Man, it was just 5%.
Bro, you sure this isn't fucking hard vodka? Bro, this isn't even cider. It's that shit that parents give their kids fucking sparkling champagne or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bro, I'm fucked up.
Yeah, they usually give that at parties.
Sparkling apple juice. Bro, I'm fucked up.
There's no alcohol.
Yo, I'm fucked up. Give me 2 more. Yeah.
Shit, so what are we talking about?
We should have done introductions first. What's up with you and the fucking poop, man?
What poop?
That thing.
Oh, the drawing. I don't know.
You have a scat fetish, man, nigga. That ain't healthy.
The scat fetish?
You know what scat is, right?
Poop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it me pooping on someone or someone pooping on me?
Yes.
I get to do the pooping.
No, that's gross.
So someone poops on me. No, that's even more gross.
That's worse.
You do the intros.
Which one would you rather have, though?
I'd rather poop on somebody. Why would I want someone to poop on me?
It's so weird. Someone just had to... They have to take it. They're just...
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Dude. And you're just kind of there laying over them. You're like... Either you... Okay, would you rather, like, be going like that face to face or, like, have your back turned?
Oh, no, back turn.
That's way worse.
They'll probably close their eyes.
But they're the one asking for it.
Shit. Well... That sucks for you.
Nah, I'm not trying to see.
But so you'd rather have someone poop on you?
No, that's way worse.
So poop on somebody.
Fuck, I regret ever bringing this up. This is a disgusting topic. But you in the comments, you decide. Give us revenue.
I'll just do it. Someone's probably be like, I'm gonna do both.
Wait, that's worse. That's worse. It's either one or the other.
I'm a 69 it.
Oh, you can't do that. Can you? Yeah, you know what? I don't want to know. You do the intro. Nick's dead.
No, Nick's actually sick though, isn't he?
I think he's getting his stomach pumped or something.
He's not gonna get stomach pumped.
One too many sparkling apple ciders.
It's I think he has.
What thing? His intestines?
Yeah, his digestive thing.
No good genes. Unlike Bryan, who eats canned chicken every day.
And he's healthier than anybody here.
He'll outlive us all. It'll be World War II and he'll outlive us all. I mean, World War III. Because...
He's surviving on nothing but canned chicken and, fucking, what was it? Raviolis? No, he doesn't like the ravioli. Chef Boyardee, but he likes the
shelled ones.
The shell with the meatballs.
Those meatballs taste mad disgusting. They're like super artificial. You can tell they're just like clumps of meat that they scooped up. Like,
it's like they just take a whole bunch of meat that the meat that people don't want. You put them in like a blendy thing, and then you just it's like how people make like Burger King, how they make their chicken sandwiches.
What do you mean?
You know the chicken sandwiches, their original chicken sandwiches.
Man.
The one that I used to like them, but then I noticed something very weird.
I have a salty opinion on that one. Haha. Because you know how like food is advertised like in like any restaurant.
Yeah.
Well, I guess more fast food restaurants or like anywhere where you can get like you wait the most like 10 minutes for your food, and it looks advertised well. Like, ooh, that looks well proportioned, and I'm only paying $6. Wow, what a steal! But then when you actually get it, and you're like, nigga, this is half the size. Barely any.
Did you think it was like a foot long?
80% bun, 2% lettuce, and like 1% tomato.
They don't give you tomato in the original.
You know what I'm trying to say,
Okay.
though. Like the meat, like the burger itself is so fucking tiny.
But you like Burger King.
I
You
like
vouch
Burger
for
King.
them.
I like Burger King. I don't think it's trash as I was gonna say King Bruh. Review Bruh says it is. I think it's good.
Well, he's reviewing the new stuff.
Yeah, that new stuff ain't shit. Like when they came out with that Parmesan chicken sandwich, I was like, oh shit, this shit gonna be a banger. It's gonna come out. It's gonna be fire. I went out there. I bought it. I was excited. I waited like about 5 minutes for my food. Heard a bunch of kids crying. I'm like, it's gonna be Gucci. It's gonna be Gucci. It's gonna be Gucci. Ooh, got my Dr. Pepper. When I got it, what the fuck is this? I want my money back.
You didn't like it?
I ate it.
But you liked it.
It's kind of the thing where like I waited long enough. I'm just hungry. I don't care. I'll just eat this for now, I guess. And
Was it the taste or how it looked? Or both?
I was disappointed in the size. The taste, it was.
Why do
like,
you think it's gonna be big? It's not gonna be big.
Not big, but you know, like it'll be like a fucking.
Like a real burger?
Because you're paying like at least
Like
the
$8.
the sandwich itself is like.
Like
you know,
$8.
No, sandwich itself is not $8. Like $5.
But with the
With
combo.
the meal, depending if you want a medium or large,
Medium.
you know that's at least you're looking at $8-9.
But it's a
roughly.
premium burger.
Because at least with McChicken, I know what I'm expecting. I'm paying $2 the most. And I could get, 2 of those and I'll be Gucci. I don't expect all this shit. But then, you pay for this and it's like, bro, where's the sandwich? There ain't no sandwich.
But you're not gonna complain.
I could complain. I could be one of those people. But, they already got it bad enough as it is.
Yeah, but don't people do that at your place? Like, oh, it's not how it looks.
Yeah, all the time.
So then, that's what happens when you eat a fast food.
Yeah, no shit. I already have those expectations. I'm just like, this looked a lot bigger than what I thought it would. Like, that's such a minuscule thing to like complain about. It's just like, okay.
But
well,
it tasted good.
I got swindled.
Did it taste good?
It was alright.
What was it?
It was like the chicken parmesan sandwich.
Oh, you actually bought that?
Yeah.
I didn't buy it.
I got swindled.
Everyone I watched, Review Bro and Hodge Twins, because they also did a review for that, they didn't like it at all.
At all?
No.
What did they say?
They said it was fucking garbage.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great for the meal.
Because they have a...
Tried it once and never tried it again. I was just like, nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, every time they go to Burger King, they're usually disappointed.
It's just their size, man. I think they're the only thing that are good is their Whoppers. Their Whoppers.
Yeah, that's what they said too. If it wasn't for Whoppers, I would never go to Burger King.
Exactly, same thing. That's why I don't go to McDonald's. Because I'm not trying to eat fucking 500 calories in one sitting, bro.
Yeah, but you could get their premium sandwiches.
Well, fuck their premium shit, man.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to try it. But I never said for the
premium
McDonald's.
We've was it that one sandwich they had of all that like extra shit? It was like grilled chicken, like a grilled chicken.
Yeah, like they're premium, like they're special, I guess.
It was a Corbin Blue sandwich or some shit like that. Remember that?
Yeah, they had that.
That was the only the one time we went there was when they came back with the McRib.
Oh yeah.
Utter disappointment. Complete.
Well, it's because we don't know how to eat it. We didn't know how to eat it.
The fuck you mean? Came with like a slab of meat, a whole bunch of bacon, a whole bunch of fucking,
Onions.
Barbecue sauce,
Yeah.
2 pickles, and like
Onions.
some chopped onions.
Yeah, but we didn't know how to eat it because we were making a fucking mess.
How do you eat it?
I don't know. People have a magic way of eating it.
Nigga, it's a sandwich.
Yeah, but I don't know if you remember, but we could not eat that shit. It just kept slipping everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was a mess. It could have been that whoever prepared it just kind of like put too much sauce or whatever, but the taste was okay. It's just like it was a mess to eat.
That shit was just like, ugh, too much fucking barbecue sauce. Way too much fucking.
Was it barbecue? Wasn't it just like
it was barbecue sauce? Yeah, I know for a fact it was barbecue.
Just their kind of sauce.
But you can tell it was just a big clump of square meat. That's all it was. Shit was disgusting.
What do you mean? It was rib.
Nigga, there was nothing to eat. A whole bunch of fucking sauce and bread.
Yeah, but it had that premium bread, that thick bread. that can absorb the barbecue.
That shit was nasty. Point is, don't always buy into what is advertised, because 80% of the time you'll get your ass swindled.
Just find that one good thing on the menu that you like and like you always like, and you know.
Unless if you're daring.
Yeah. Like if you're in that mood that you're just like, man, I have $10 to spend on like food that I don't need to buy. Fuck it, I'll just try it.
Or go to your local mom and pop shop.
No,
because those niggas will always, hold it down.
It's too expensive.
My nigga, I can get a better chicken parmesan sandwich with a side of fries for $9.
That's too expensive.
It's basically
that's $1 too many, and I gotta wait.
Yeah, but you're waiting for quality.
No one got time for that.
I'd rather have trash now and complain about it later.
Basically.
That's so fucking stupid. I can't get that mentality, man. This is dumb. Oh. I was gonna say something else about food, but I can't remember now. People complain too much. That's what I'm saying.
Alright, so what do you want to talk about?
Introductions, my nigga.
Why am I doing intros?
Because you never do anything.
What do you mean? I just wrote the list. We're recording on my laptop.
Oh,
I'm gonna edit it.
Oh shit. Exposed. Well, Nick's not here.
Yeah, he
overdosed on apple cider, so
Yeah, let's go with that.
Bryan's a bum. I know you're hearing this, Bryan. I know you're gonna hear this later.
Bryan was on one episode. I doubt people even know he exists.
Episodes.
It was? Alright, so 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think 2 episodes. I'm pretty sure 2. Yeah, it was 2.
But I think one didn't go up. One got deleted.
Oh yeah, that one time we tried to record in OBS.
Yeah, so technically 1, I think. But yeah, it's just me and Frank.
No, it was 3. 1 didn't go up, but there was that one time he came over to Nick's house and we're talking about
the one that went pretty well, right?
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
But something fucked up on my end, on my computer.
No, we still uploaded it. I remember it.
You did?
We were talking about his
I remember
friend who couldn't breathe well, and they were playing Dark Souls or some shit.
I remember there was one that we did put up that he was on. I remember one.
Yeah, it was the first one, and then there was a second one that we did afterwards, and the third one. Yeah, that's when we tried recording with Chris, and that one didn't work.
I must be old as shit, then.
Oh no, wait, we did upload that one, but I remember that podcast was all over the place. We had actual footage of shit. But yeah, that shit was all over the place.
Yeah.
Anyways, you already know who the fuck it is. Only 4 people listening to this now. That's one more person than before. It's Shades of Horror, Honest Flowers. You already know. Follow all the socials.
We don't even put the socials anymore.
Why not?
I don't know. You just stopped putting them.
No, you're the one who does that. Remember?
Shit, why did I stop putting them?
Don't try to put me on blast. It's all on you.
I remember because I usually copy and paste from the last episode. So you know how you originally did that thing where you had the lines and all the socials, and I just go back to the older video and I just copy and paste it. For some reason, it just stopped being there, so I would stop doing it. I was just like, oh shit, nothing for me to copy and paste. Oh well. Well, I'll put it this time, I guess. And I'll actually put this timestamps because I'll be the one editing.
Oh yeah. Until I used to get my laptop.
Oh yeah, fucking Frank watched too much porn on his laptop.
No, I didn't.
So what was it?
It's just a charger port. That's what they said in Geek School.
Oh,
do you know you have to make an appointment for that shit?
I knew you had to make an appointment.
I did not know that. I showed up there. The guy was like, "Do you have an appointment?" And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "You don't? Okay, can I have your name, your phone number?" Okay.
Why make him sound like that?
Next one is at 6:30. Bro, it's 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Have a seat. And I'm like, nigga, I can get food right now.
So you should have left.
I should have left, but I was just like, I'm afraid I'll lose my spot, and then I'll leave.
Oh, they're gonna call early?
And then we're like, I guess he's not here. Yeah, get your ass down. So I was like,
how much you pay Geek Squad?
For shipping alone, $34.98.
Whoo!
Because they had to send it to Kentucky, but the guy had told me, it was just like, yeah, they don't think it's the charger, because he had one on their end, because mine was kind of loose, but I think it was just the head, the mushroom tip that was off.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just like, oh yeah, it's the port. So
charging port.
The charging port.
Why couldn't that other place do that?
Niggas are stupid.
They said it wasn't that. So how much are you gonna pay for that?
I don't know. They're gonna have to email me, but it's gonna take 1 or 2 weeks. Cause he said it's most likely a charging port. If not, then they're gonna have to open it up, and if it's
this sounds like $100
I'm
total.
I'm
the shipping.
Yeah.
Them fixing it, and I don't know if you have to pay for them to ship it back. I doubt that.
Well, I'm thinking it's gonna be they're gonna have to replace the battery.
Yeah.
I think it's that, and I'm looking at least maybe 120 in total.
You watch too much porn on that shit, nigga.
I don't watch porn. Who watches porn on computers anymore when you have a phone? I'm not saying
I'll
that
fuck
I
up
do.
your phone.
That doesn't work unless you're actually downloading things or you're clicking on ads meet local singles in your area.
How the fuck did you fuck your charging port?
I don't know. I think it's because
do you pull it a lot?
No, maybe a bit, but I think it's always because I'm putting it in sleep mode, and I don't actually turn it off. I just always put it in sleep mode. So I think it's just maybe I drained the battery over time. It just accumulated. But if not, I'm gonna have to buy a new one, and that's guap. Guap. I'm not trying to spam, nigga. Anyways, what were we talking about? Stop drawing poop, man.
Nice. What do you want to start from? What do you want to start from?
We'll save the best for last. So we'll just blaze through stuff that people don't care. But we care.
Wait, so which one is that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we might as well just talk quickly. We'll glance over Street Fighter 5.
Oh yeah, Street Fighter 5, they're getting Falk. Most people like her. Well, most people were excited because for some odd reason,
I thought she was gonna be like a new Rolento type.
Well, that's what people thought because her name is Falcon Rolento. Maybe it's like her apprentice or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. But she had a weird following before anything was shown of her. I don't know why. People thought she was gonna be like a really hard and interesting character. I mean, people still think she's gonna be like
she's
tricky.
Like Venom, so.
Yeah, because she can summon a shotgun blast from her thing or a projectile or one where she lays down on the floor and projectiles go over her and she can shoot like a sniper. And then one of her V triggers is they ricochet.
What ricochet?
Her shots, they ricochet.
Interesting.
And then another one just buffs her normal Kane normals, but
okay.
She has some kind of interesting things, but. Her emotions are like Ed's. Yeah.
2 buttons, I'm assuming.
Or holding a button. So she got that from Ed, I guess. Which some people were like, I don't want another Ed character simple like that. But
it's not for you though. It's for the new heads.
But I guess that makes sense. She was with Ed, so she picked something from Ed. I guess is how he plays or whatever. His motions, I guess.
They doesn't have to do a story though.
Yeah, but that's you can do. It's so stupid. It's a real cheesy thing you can do, because they're together. They have similar motions, which in this case is no motions, just button presses. But most people are excited for her. And she comes out. I don't know if it's tomorrow or Wednesday. I think it is Wednesday, which I have to check. If that day intertwines with the Devil May Cry thing.
What's Devil May Cry thing? What are you talking about?
The Monster Hunter?
We're up to that. You can't talk about that yet.
Isn't that coming out the 26th?
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Because isn't that when
Because a lot. Oh,
Golden Boy ends at that point.
Well, yeah, he ends around there, but shit. I just remember a couple of things from Monster Hunter, but we'll get that in a bit. But yeah, Falk, she looks crazy, cool. Man. I'll probably buy her because I'm bored. So I'll buy her. But after that, I guess Soul Calibur, they get that blonde guy back.
Well, didn't they announce one character prior? Well, no, we already talked about him, right? But we lost that in that little recording. That'll probably won't go up for a good while.
Yeah, it won't go out for a good while because it was on Frank's computer. So.
All that porn.
What did they turn on? You didn't have anything weird on your computer screen.
No, it was just anime.
Okay. Because they turned that shit on. After they fixed it. Good news, Frank. We turned it on. What the fuck is that?
It works now, but...
What you got with that porn?
Donkey Booty Volume 5. Straight cheeks.
Wait, what's his name? I was gonna call him Isidro, but his name is not Isidro.
Siegfried. Which I'm surprised that he's there because if you break Nightmare's armor, he's
Nightmare. He got the face.
So,
but don't they play
that's
different?
A bit confusing in lore, but I'm pretty sure story-wise, if they're gonna add a story mode, it's like you'll play Siegfried, but he'll be under Nightmare's control or like the Soul Edge's control or some shit like that. But
because in the trailer, I got like heavy. Winter Soldier vibes. Like he's like, leave me alone. Like he says that. Well, he says something very close to that in his. Yeah. In his super.
Nah, he's basically guts. Big ass sword. He moves a lot slower than the past games, which makes sense. Like according to his weapon, because it's a big fucking sword.
Yeah.
He looks good though. I wish his super could have been.
Yeah, his super was okay. I was
better.
just like, huh. I was expecting a little bit more.
Yeah, but
I did the same thing with Fog. People don't like her super either.
What's her super?
Hit you for Kane. You go out flying. She does a little spinny thing. People thought she was gonna like whack or do something. She just bonks you on the head and you fall down. People edited the Ed and Eddie thing on her like wonk. I think I saved it on Twitter.
All I hear is either the or the mama. I love that one. I don't know why that meme has been blowing up. I've been watching a bunch of edits of those. And now they're just on YouTube. You know how like they would like stream certain shows for like 24/7 hours or it's just one big live stream? They're starting to do that now with Ed and Eddie. And I was watching a couple of those.
That's cool though. I fuck with Ed and Eddie.
I love this show. Should it come back? No, it's already ended. So stop.
The ending took too long, so I didn't get to.
Nigga, you can still watch it.
I could, but too much time has passed. I can't.
Bro.
That's it.
You owe it to yourself.
Nah, took too long. That's one less fan they get.
Well, Edgar right now is trying to pull up the video if you can find it.
No, I can't find it. I can't find it. Forget it.
Mama.
What's the next bit of news?
Let me check. Well, we'll save that towards the end. God of War, aka God of War 4, aka Kratos Redemptions, aka Dad of War, aka what's that? Repunished Kratos, aka I have a son. 4.
I don't. They're kind of weird. They kind of bothers me that people call it 4. God of War 4. I thought it was just God of War.
It is. Well, people also call it for the jokes, Dog of War for that one fucking Sony advertisement. But I'm actually surprised. It's good.
It's doing pretty good, and I'm happy it is.
The only thing I can't complain about, and this is just me watching like a Let's Play, is the camera's way too fucking close.
I like it.
I wish it was.
It reminds me of Dead Space.
No, yeah, that's fine. I wish it was just panned out a little bit, especially during combat, because you can't, see what's around you 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, aside from that, it's like one small nitpick, and from what I've seen, it looks really fucking good. And I like the story so far and how it starts. I also like that one fucking boss fight that I keep seeing nothing but spoilers.
The Stranger? Yeah, that was cool.
I like how people were like, oh, how like this went from DBZ real fucking quick. That boss fight fucking escalates so crazy. Yeah. I was like, oh shit. What the fuck is he watching? Wait, no, I want to see that. What is this? The fuck did he do?
Read the caption.
Oh. funny.
But I'm watching the best friends play it. I'm watching.
I was gonna watch Liam play it, but I kind of like their
no,
commentary better.
I'm sorry, Liam, but I don't support you because you left. I'm kidding.
I watched him play Blinks, and you ever played Blinks?
No.
The Time Cat? The game looks good. I like that game. It's like he was talking about like the backwards compatibility with Xbox, and how like Sony, you basically have to repurchase them, but it's the upgrade. It's the you get added trophies, but nah, I'm not trying to buy games again. Fuck that shit.
I'm gonna wait on that game until it goes on sale because it's single player, so no rush.
War?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll probably wait a bit too.
I'm watching the best friends play it.
Yeah.
I was watching
Max. I was watching
Max, a little bit of Max, but I watched like 6 hours of Eris playing it.
I was just about to say, Bruce. I put it up on his channel recently. He put part 1,
which was 4 hours, and then a 6 hour one, and I'm like 2 hours into the 6 hour one. So yeah, I watched like 6 hours of it. But I'm skipping
parts, or certain parts.
Certain parts, like there's a really big puzzle area, which I'm skipping because Brew was having a hard time. So
Bro ain't the smartest, he's got the gout. Clouds his judgment sometimes.
So I was kind of skipping that, but a lot of people are really like enjoying.
I really like it.
That game.
I also like that the journal entries are from like the what's his name? I was gonna call him Dimitri.
Isidro?
No, not Isidro. I mean, he might as well be. But
it starts with an A.
Hey, yeah, R. I was gonna call him. I was gonna call him Brew's name, Arius. What the fuck? Atreus,
just call him Boy.
Atreus.
I was gonna say just call him Boy.
Boy.
Boy, come here.
But no, I do like their dynamic, and goddamn that game is. I'm surprised.
I'm happy it's doing good. That way. Well, I'm pretty sure they know that they can't do like another God of War game like the other ones. Because there was a bunch of them. There was 3, and then a bunch of spin-off games.
But most of them were on the PSP.
Yeah. But they all pretty much played the same.
Pretty much.
You hack and slash, and then you wait till those big prompts come out, and then you just smash circle or something. Yeah. Occasionally, maybe R2 and R. I mean... L1 and L2 or something. I mean, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I played
the bumper buttons to I don't know, climb or do something. That's like the hardest that game.
A lot of QTs. That's about it.
Because Brew was kind of skeptical at first.
Why? What was Brew skeptical?
He was just like, I only played the first one, but I know it's a kids game. Like they make big prompts for the stupid kids playing that game. Because they can't play a real game or something like that. He was pretty skeptical, but
he was being a bigot, basically.
But he was just by like a couple hours in, like by the fight with the stranger, he was just like, "I really like this game. It reminds me of Dead Space." He said, "Evil Within."
Dead Space is such a good game, man.
He was just like, "It's really reminding me of those games," and those are 2 of my favorite games.
I want to finish Dead Space, man. Fuck, I got halfway through Dead Space and
the first one.
The first one.
You didn't play 2?
I forgot why I dropped it. But
really?
I only got halfway through it. I'm like, oh, this is really good. I'm gonna keep playing it. I never came back to it. But I got like up to like the halfway point. I liked it though.
I would rank 2, 1, and then 3.
Some people say 3's trash, man. Fuck
yeah,
3 is trash. That's when it got like super like mainstream with the crafting and the co-op. I was like, all right, co-op is fine, but I did not appreciate any of the crafting and xenomorphs didn't mean shit at that point.
Yeah. You're fighting humans mostly.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking the fucking not corridor shooting, but cover shooting basically.
Yeah.
They ruined it for me.
And that franchise is never coming back because Insomniac. I think were they called Insomniac? No.
Wasn't it? No, it was not a dog. I think it might have been Insomniac.
They had the skull.
And they got a lot of companies.
Point is that thing got shut down.
Oh,
by EA. They were for EA and they shut. Oh, Visceral. That's what they're called, Visceral games.
Not surprised. EA.
So, Dead Space is never coming back. Fuck.
I mean, you could just leave it at 1 and 2.
Yeah. 1 and 2 are good, and I'm happy with that. But
fuck about that.
But I'm happy that game is doing good.
It'll most likely go to sequel, but
Yeah, that'd be cool if it's like that.
But I don't know the ending, so no spoilers, please.
Yeah, I don't know the ending.
Because all I kept seeing in my feed was like after the first 2 episodes of the best friends playing it, I was just like, nothing but the full fight with the stranger or the stranger.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't like.
And I'm like,
but it's YouTube's fault. Is I saw one video prior to watching all the Let's Plays was like the stranger fight, and I saw that and I was like, oh man, that was super cool. And then I watched another one where they meet like the world serpent or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I started seeing.
I started seeing a whole bunch of like. I thought someone was Thor. He had like electric powers and he had a brother, and I'm like, I don't want to see this. That's probably Thor. I don't want to see this anymore. My whole explore feed or whatever you call it for YouTube.
After I saw that one, I'm like, that guy looks important. He looks like the Virgil. So like
so many people are making videos of just like this fight, or he meets this guy, or Kratos tells his son the truth, or
exactly
stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh fuck.
On the thing, I just put not interested, just because I do not want to be spoiled. I actually want to see where the story goes.
Yeah, I'm just watching the Let's Play to see where it goes.
But aside from that, God of War looking pretty good.
That's looking pretty good.
But yeah, like you said, I'll wait until it goes on sale. At least until it drops at 30.
Yeah, until it drops, because I'm not in no real rush to play it.
Mm-hmm. After that, what we got?
I guess we'll talk about Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
They got that new event.
Well, we say new, but it's old.
Yeah, it's kind of old. It's like a little over a week old or something like that.
The Spring Blossom already ended. And the new...
that new other dragon.
The Golden Boy. And man, that nigga's hard. Well, he's not hard. He's not a hard boss.
Oh, you know when we were playing it and it was really easy to break his parts?
Yeah.
The more you lose, the easier it gets for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, because I was telling my friend, I'm like, I don't know why, but when I was playing with 3 people, it was pretty easy. Then when I was playing with 2 people, it was even easier. And he was just like, did you guys fail prior? I was like, we failed when there was 4 people. He's like, yeah, you usually, you level up, and then when you beat him, like if you successfully take off his things,
his horns,
it resets back. But if you lose, then you stay at that level that you are. And the higher level you are, the more easier it is to break his parts or more time. So, okay. Yeah. If you beat him, you break his things, you go all the way back to 0 and you gotta level up again. But I was telling him, like, that's confusing. And he was like, yeah, it's confusing. Like, how to do that or exactly. Like, they didn't really explain, like, the whole leveling, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I guess it's easier. Not easier, but to leave it like that just so there's some sort of mystery or something so people can figure it out in the community.
No, I know that they did mention it, but it was hard for people to understand, like, what do you mean, like, leveling?
Well, because the thing is, like, not enough people do it in groups, and you're supposed to do that. I was looking at some video today of, like, if you're doing an investigation, make sure your room is, like, a full 16, and make sure you're doing at least 4 different groups are doing this assignment. So, that way you actually progress on leveling it faster. Yeah. Because most people do is just, like, they'll split into 1 or 2 groups and just wait until someone leaves so they can jump in. Like, the most I ever see is, like, 3, when it should just be a straightforward.
I mean, when I did want to farm, I would just look up, or like, 5. The rooms. You could make it, like, real specific. Like, oh, the room is hunting this monster.
Yeah, that's what I do. But there's too many noobs sometimes, and they niggas don't know what the fuck they doing.
But we have the new stuff coming out, the Devil May Cry.
Ooh, that's set. I already saw the bonuses for it.
I saw
set
it too.
Bonus, but it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
And you get it does have a set bonus. It counts as Rathalos.
Huh?
Isn't it?
There's no set bonus. There's not like a bonus.
No. But don't the pieces count as No, there's another new Rathalos armor set that's coming out.
Wait, what? Why? Is there a new Rathalos coming out?
No. It's an armor set. It's like blue and gold. Yeah. There was a bunch of leaks. Like, the Street Fighter thing?
Uh-huh.
There's going to be a high rank one, and Sakura is going to be the high rank one. But they don't use the same tickets. So, you can't farm for it now and wait till it comes out.
Oh. So, wait. You get the Ryu one, right?
Yeah.
So, you're going to have to farm the high rank Sakura one.
And the Ryu. They're both high rank.
Oh. Well, good. It's fucking great then. I love that then.
Because there's a new Rathalos set, but it's like blue and gold, And there's a new longsword for it too.
Ooh.
But yeah, now there's 3 Rathalos sets, I guess, and they all count towards like the Rathalos bonus.
Rathalos Soul, I think it is. Or Master.
Pretty sure Dante one. His pieces also count.
No, they don't. Not at all.
All right, well. Yeah, so we're getting just random new sets.
Well, not random. Like Dante was coming a while back.
Yeah. But I mean that Rathalos is just like I don't know.
I know his Charge Blade is it's not the greatest, but it is still really good. So I'm pretty happy about that.
All I saw that it looked like was a sword. How's that Charge Blade?
It's Charge Blade.
I didn't see I didn't see the shield. So
no, well the shield part is like actually like one of those seals that in the game that you use.
Oh,
so
okay.
It kind of looks like an alchemy.
Another one? I sent a video from them where they're talking about Bitcoins.
I didn't see it.
They have a brand new channel just for that, where they're talking about Bitcoins, the online currency, and they're investing and all this stuff.
What's it called? Sorry, for those of you who don't know, well now you know. Look up Hodge Twins or ask Hodge Twins. A famous set of people who what are they, bodybuilders?
No, they just work out.
Enthusiasts.
No, they just work out.
YouTube personalities. I was gonna say something, but let me not. I was gonna say the C word. You know what I'm talking about. The word they use a lot.
C-U?
C-O?
Oh, okay. I'm like, C word. Let me look up Bitcoin.
Why would they make a new channel for that?
Because they only exclusively talk about Bitcoin. Oh, Crypto Twins. That's their channel.
What's the description say? Let me see the about. Fucking Bitcoin is their banner.
Sharing our cryptocurrency investments. So yeah, they
now they have like 5 channels or something, 6 channels. Yeah. They're doing too much. These boys doing too much. They're probably just struggling by to get keeping the lights on.
They're investing.
Bitcoin's mad late for them.
Well, they're talking about crypto coins and they're talking about a bunch of other things, like a bunch of other like of those currencies, because they want to make millions in the future. Long-term investment.
Yeah. I guess that wraps it up for Monster Hunter. I mean, there isn't any other big events coming after this, right? Not that I know of.
Nah, not that we know of.
I mean, I can only pray that they come out with a batch of monsters, maybe some, new looking weapons, like designed weapons, armor sets. I guess that's really it. Pause. Alright, now until I get into the meat of this topic.
The nitty gritty.
The clickbait that we're gonna use for this one. Oh boy, we're talking about Goblin Slayer.
Really? Goblin Slayer? We're talking about that.
We might as well get that one out of the way first.
All right, let's get the trash out of the way.
Bro,
Goblin Slayer is not for me.
Why not?
It's based on a light novel. I don't like things that are based on light novels.
You make it sound like SAO is bad.
But that's also based on a light novel.
SAO is bad.
Point is, I see a lot of similarities in that and SAO. Like most light novels are generally kind of like that, where it's like characters I put into a magical world or are in a magical world, and
they befriend some sort of
RPG
goddess.
Based and references and parties and I just
the MC is really OP and basically
you gotta have a new chick in every cover of every book, to get people to read.
Nah, but GS isn't like that. At least not 100%.
I only read the first 3 chapters, but I didn't think it was terrible. It's just not for me. Like I already don't like
the art style. I know.
Well, the art style, yeah, it's generic-y. It's not trash.
I only like him.
Generic.
That's the only reason why I'm reading it is because his character design was the most interesting to me.
And I don't know. Everyone just seems like a moron. Like I don't like that girl.
Well,
the main character. Well, the main character so far, I guess. Before we transition to Goblin Slayer.
Bro, MC's got to be a badass. Everyone's got to beneath his level just a bit, just so
I
he can
hate
be
that girl.
So he's
She cost the lives of those people.
Nah, she didn't do that.
Not 100%.
They would have died regardless. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they would have had a better chance if it were not for her being all the way in the back. At least they all would have been together.
They still would have died, but they would have died together.
They would have died together,
got,
and not like, all right.
Well, no, they didn't all die. That one girl survived, but she got traumatized.
Yeah, she was the only character I kind of like.
The fighting girl, right?
Yeah, the fighting girl.
Look what they did to her. I like how like they had a nice little backstory from like two of the chicks, basically all three of them. They were like, that one girl was like ahead of the game. She was doing good in her like witch academy thingy. She got granted the thing, and that goblin just was like, "Oh, you mean this? Bop, nigga!" And he just broke it.
Yeah.
And then she got stabbed. It was like, "No, you can't have that."
Yeah. I already knew it was poison since the beginning.
Yeah. And then the other girl was like, "Oh, my dad passed down this legacy, but then he died, and now I'm strong." Yeah. Kicks that one guy. He's just like, bitch.
I don't know. I liked her.
Yeah, and then she got.
They all got wrecked. That boy in the group reminded me a lot of the guy from When Kami Got Killed, which I also think that was based on a light novel.
It is.
Yeah, I don't like things that are based on.
the trash.
They all generally, for me, have that same feeling. I don't think it's a terrible feeling. It's just not for me.
The writing is just bad, honestly, and
I just generally don't like those
SAO
kind of stories.
It started off strong, but it devolved into trash, and then it got sequels of trash. And as far as I know, whatever that fucking
Akame ga Kill.
Yeah, that shit is just complete garbage. It gives you a bunch of characters that you're supposed to care about, but there's not enough build up, or like.
That's how I feel about Goblin Slayer, though.
Not enough of that. Well, for me, I mean, yeah, it's no Berserk. I got shades of Berserk, but it's no Berserk. But I just like the main character. I just sort of wish like they could have build him up a bit better with his backstory instead of just like, "Ooh, I watched my family die," which is very generic at this point.
I didn't get up to that part.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, I got to chapter 3, but I'll check out the anime when that comes out, which is this year.
I hope they fix a lot of the shit in the anime.
Nah, there's too much work, man.
No, because this thing does have a following, and they appreciate that it's a.
Yeah, I know. Those pictures I sent, I just saw a random person tweet about. I mean, not tweet.
Oh, the one he's just stomping on.
Yeah. Just a bunch of pictures, but I was just like, oh, it's just weird. It's just funny to me that like the second I start reading or even hearing about Goblin Slayer, like I just see people post about him. Like that's weird. But I asked my friend. He said he's been on that thing, but
I like it. It's okay.
I told him the same thing. Like I don't think it's
horrible.
I don't think it's trash. It's just I know it's not for me. And when I read the 3 chapters, I was like, this is not for me. Because every light thing based on a light novel, I generally don't like.
Well, it's not your typical light novel, is what I'll say. Like it's not like friendship is this and that, but because there's tragedy that happens, which I can appreciate, and everything is like sugar plums. I just honestly don't like the arc style, and the pacing could be better because he later gets a party, and that's like still really early. And
yeah, my friend was like, "Did you get to the party part?" I was like, "No."
They should have built that up a bit better. Like honestly, he meets one at a time, and then they eventually build the party.
I mean, I seen how they look, and I was like, "Okay, cool."
The only two who I like is the dragon thing, the shaman. He's cool. I like him, and I think he's either a wizard or shaman. The dwarf. Yeah, the girl's not as bad. She's not that bad. She's not as annoying. She holds up her own, but because she's a support class, she's not like in the middle of it. I'm like, help me, MC, help me. I need your big dick.
That's how I felt. It's like, man, that big dick G coming through.
Yeah, it's basically that. And then every other 14-year-old pubescent kid is like, wow, what a badass.
Well, I was seeing the comments for the video because I didn't actually read the chapters. I saw a video with but I was reading the comments and that one just made me laugh.
What? Oh, the one that you
Because he
saw.
posts on literally all of them. He's just like, this shit is fire. This shit is lit. I'm so glad I don't get to watch that much rape because these girls is hot and I'm not trying to watch that.
You
like,
know what
man,
you should
sound
do
like
for
a
the
fucking-
thumbnail? You should just add like random sports of them in the video in the thumbnail and just have like 1, 2, or 3.
Like, I can hear that he's a teenager, and he's really in it for the
the
hot
ladies.
chicks.
And the thing is,
And because the guy's a badass, he's like, man, whew, that's definitely me. If I was in this world, that'd be me.
there's a bit of pandering in that because they never show the guy's face. It's always like he has the typical like shonen hair where it's kind of long, but they never show his face. It's just implied that he's a good looking guy. So you can do the typical like weeb shit where you're like, I am that character. You self-insert yourself, and I can see that.
Yeah,
That's,
everyone
like,
else is
really
generally just
fucking
like, oh, I like this, but him, because he commented on all of them, I was just like, oh, you remind me of that. I was just like, you're inserting yourself.
Which I guess for light novels you can.
Yeah. That's why I think light novels are
but
not for me, because I feel like a lot of them is like
it's pandering.
It's for the reader to
self-insert,
be in that world, and I generally don't.
It's like
care.
when you play fucking dating sims. So it's like a lot of self-insert or even like RPGs.
Yeah, RPGs. Like I feel like this is like if you like RPGs, you will like this, which I generally.
Well,
don't.
this one's more towards Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, because they even had the sheet.
I mean, like, he never lets the dice roll. That's a good line. I like that one. But it's implied that it's Dungeons and Dragons, but they live in the world. They're just set pieces.
Uh-huh.
I just kind of wish their world would have been fleshed out better, pacing better, and just the art style, excluding GS himself, would have been, I don't know, more semi-realistic instead of it very generic anime looking like RPG armor.
Yeah.
But and that's all I got to say. GS is okay. Yeah.
Speaking about bad pacing, let's
Oh,
talk about Devilman Crybaby.
you can't say that, bro. That's the goat.
No,
People,
it's not.
People will chop your nuts off.
Nah,
They'll
shut
kick you in the
fuck up.
she nuts.
I like that show more than I thought it would.
Yeah, it's good.
I just wish that pacing.
Well,
would be better.
that pacing is fucking horrible. It's horrendous. I do not like the pacing. There's like there's a couple episodes that make sense because they'll mention them in the past, like Akira's past and his family and this and that. But sort of off of that, it's really
Things
like,
just happen real
fast.
quick. Like it just feels like a short story to get you into
point A to point B.
to get you like into Devilman, and then you can go off from there.
Well, the thing is that they address that this is not Devilman because Devilman is it's weird because like they reference Devilman.
Well, that goes
being
in.
a
That
TV
goes
show
into
and
the
an anime, but he is Devilman.
yeah.
Which is fucking weird. Doesn't make sense.
It's because of the ending thing.
What do you mean?
So you know how.
Oh, spoilers! By the way, we're talking.
Yeah,
about
it's
this.
I forgot the guy's
lot of
name
people-
already.
Akira?
Rio.
Rio, yeah.
You know how this happens over and over.
Yeah.
Like the ending.
Mm-hmm.
So Devilman happened already. That's why they reference him.
What do you mean?
The Devilman they referenced, the old cartoon, that's real. Like that happened,
Oh,
and that's why they reference it because
wait. So, would they be referencing this Akira or Devilman as a whole? Because that would have
Devilman as a whole. Because Akira dies,
Yeah.
and then in the ending, God sends his angel. Boom, boom. Satan doesn't die, but he forgets his past, and this happens again. He creates another Devilman, who and
The
happens
cycle
again.
repeats. Yeah.
So that Devilman that shows on the TV show that happened, but that was in the past.
Oh.
That's what people are saying.
No, that would make sense because that sounds like they're strictly referencing like the anime and the manga.
Yeah, it's like a cool way to
I know it's like
to insert, the original, but make it make sense in the world where like.
I guess I thought they were just trying to separate it so people don't get butthurt. Like
Oh no!
original
Most people are
fans.
saying like that's like a really neat and funny way to do that, that ties into the whole like this will repeat over and over, which is like reference to the old Devil Man who existed in their world, and that's why they have the old cartoons. But also make it into like the hey look that's the old thing in the new thing. So you know.
Okay, well, I'm already a fan of this. I've read a good chunk of like the works of Devilman. I've watched the OVAs. I can't watch the old one because it's very formulaic. It's very like Saturday morning-esque, where like, oh, one monster shows up, he defeats it, so on and so forth, until he eventually fights Satan. It's very like
What about the female Devilman?
The
Devil Woman?
No,
Devil Girl?
Devil Lady or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't get to read that one.
Or Cactus Jack, or whatever his Evil Jack, whatever his name is.
Oh, Violence Jack is it has nothing to do with it, but that's different. That's nothing to do with Devilman.
I was watching a short video, but I stopped watching it because it referenced too much of that stuff, and I was like, well, I'm not there.
Violence Jack is cool. It's very like hardcore 80s like.
But yeah, in the video he was talking about how they
back on Devilman, yeah.
They
What's your first impressions of this? Sorry, I'd rather get this out of the way first because you don't know anything about this. This is like your first time watching this, even though I tried to get you back into it before. You were like, nah,
I'm good.
But okay, what did you think first?
I like most of the characters. I think I like most of the main characters. Yeah, I know to me was like a horrible character, but I definitely like Rio more, just because he was interesting. But he's like the he's the antagonist, so he's just more interesting. But I generally like what they were doing in the show. Like I really got into it in episode, I think it was 8 or 9. But yeah, I think it was 8 or 9. I think it was 9 or 8. One of those two. But that's like the end because it's only 10 episodes. But
that's when like they've already like started the devil hunts, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was after his parents died.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that part I really liked. But again, it happened real quick, and it's just like, you know, the humans suddenly like are just like, hey, let's give Devilman a hug. But I don't. It's not like a horror. It's pacing, but it's not like it didn't make me like hate the show. Just because I know what they were trying to like do.
Yeah.
Like she's talking, and in like us watching it, it was like 3 minutes or something, 2 minutes, but in their world, it's like more hours.
Times and months have passed that this is.
Well, it was hours.
For a while. What the devil
when she's talking
escalated?
Because he's just standing there and it's nighttime, and when it ends,
they're talking about the whole situation.
No. I'm talking about that part where she's talking.
Yeah.
Where the humans literally went from like throwing rocks to a bunch of other humans to like, oh, we're sorry about that, but they all look like they're dead. Like they all look like you murdered them.
Yeah, basically.
It's like, oh no, we're sorry. It's just like,
forgive us. We'll bring you down, even though we were throwing rocks at you for hours, if not minutes.
And we stopped because this demon just put his hands out and kids started hugging him.
Basically.
Yeah, just mainly the pacing. Like I really wanted to see more of Rio, but yeah, it's a good little 10 episode thing.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay. Very good.
I don't think it was like anime of the year because I was
oh no
I would look it up to see like anime reviews and like, man, a lot of people were doing the anime of the year. And when it came out, it was early in the year, and it's just like anime of the year.
It's no Neo Yokio, I'll tell you that much.
Neo Yokio, what's that? I heard of that.
It's the one with Jaden Smith.
Oh yeah.
It's no Neo Yokio. Ain't no Chop Cheese and Lucy. I'm trying to say. I mean, from my perspective, it's good, but it's not gonna top the OVAs. Not by a long shot.
I heard from most people the OVAs are better.
The OVAs are better. The manga itself is obviously a lot better. If you want to read that. I encourage it, just because they don't necessarily explore Akira's character fully. All you get is that in the first episode, it's like, I cry a lot. I'm kind of weepy, and I want to be strong, and then I go to a club. My friend invites me, and I see a lot of naked women.
I didn't feel like in the anime he wanted to be strong. I didn't get that feeling.
Like, that's the thing. There's not enough build up.
Because I saw a
happened.
snippet again in that video where he references the manga, and he was a lot more like he it seemed like he wanted to improve. And the girl, what's her name?
I want to say
she was way
Mickey.
more into him being aggressive and being like more of a man.
Yeah.
But in the anime, I didn't get that feeling.
It's not implied at all.
Like, it's not implied. It seems like she's pretty happy how he is, and he seems pretty happy how he is. Like, I don't think in the anime he's like, no, I want to be stronger. He's just like, I just want to run.
Yeah, basically, it's just like, oh, as long as I'm living with them, like, everything's pretty cool.
Yeah, in the anime, I felt like he was a lot more like, she was a lot more attracted to the idea of him being
a big wimp.
And then when he did transform, she got turned on because,
got the package, bro. You see him in that Speedo?
Oh yeah, that small part.
It's got elephantitis on his dick. Makes no fucking sense. But the Devil Run. Add that in the thumbnail. just that really dumb fucking run. No, but yeah, like, not enough of the characters are explored. What up, Gabriel? Put the P. What were we talking about? Oh yeah.
I was surprised they killed all the characters off.
Oh, that happens regardless.
Yeah, I know, but I was surprised. Again, it happened in like episode 9. Yeah, it did happen in episode 9. I was just like, man, that was quick. But we still got 3 more episodes left. Again, I totally forgot. I didn't check it was 10 episodes because you know how Netflix does that thing where it's like, skip to this episode. Yeah. And we'll skip the intro for you. I was just like, well,
okay.
And before I knew it ended.
That in the manga does make a lot more sense. There is proper pacing as to where it builds up accumulatively.
Yeah, because Rio went from kind of insane to like just evil kind of quick.
Rio's character is pretty much different. I think he's more level-headed in this one, where opposed to in the manga, he's already like kind of crazy.
Yeah, because in this one he seems like pretty level-headed. I would say 80% of the time, and then like there's those random moments where I'm just like, he's kind of fucking insane.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And then he just turns like
to Satan
pretty quick, and I was just like, all right, guess you're Satan. And that dude was never gonna win.
There's some references they do make that have to do with the manga that I like, but I just feel like towards the middle is I think that's where it takes the biggest dip because that pacing is not great. Yeah,
that's the worst thing I'll say, the pacing. But I like the idea of the show and like the story they told. I thought it was actually cool.
Also, those bullies are a completely different set of characters.
Bullies?
Yeah. Well, the rap kids.
Oh.
They're completely.
I like that. I think those are my favorite.
Yeah, they were cool, but they're in the manga. They're more involved.
And I hate that one.
The silent kid.
Yeah, I fucking hate that kid.
Well, you know why though, right? He did it all.
Yeah. What do you mean he did it all?
Why he backstabbed him, or why he exposed him. Right.
I think. Wait, say it.
Well, because he knew from the start, like, she had to do with killing their friend.
Oh yeah, because he saw the glasses.
Yeah, he already had a hunch. It's like so he already kind of knew, and the other guy, same thing. Is like he was like
the guy who was driving.
Yeah, he's like, you already kind of turned your back. Like, you're forgetting that was our boy. Kind of thing. So like, so they kind of already like. You're siding with them, even though they're the ones that killed our friend. Like, what the fuck?
I just didn't like that silent kid.
Oh no, yeah, the kid's an asshole, but like, it makes sense as to why they would do it.
I guess. Like, I get the sentiment, but then when you think about it, it's like you're mad that your friend got murdered, but you're gonna murder like 3 of your other friends.
Exactly. Yeah, which is fucking stupid.
But I mean, he ended up getting murdered too.
But what's it called? What the fuck did it keep calling? It's whatever. Anyway, no, yeah, they're more important in the manga. Like, they actually have a role, especially one of them who becomes a very big thing later on.
Is it the main one? The main thug?
They're not thugs. Well, they're completely different in the
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, they don't seem like thugs in this. They just seem like kids who want change.
In the other one, they are bullies. They do bully like Akira in the manga, and like they've already been established that
Because these just seem like a group of kids who like,
just loiter
they
around.
They just hang around.
Yeah, in the source material, like they're established. They see his change, and they kind of like challenge him, but then they respect him because oh, you gotten stronger. All right, I can respect it to a level, and they actually fight the demons along with him because the whole school is terrorized. It's very dumb, but at the end, a lot of them do die. No one's really betrayed. It's just like we'll fight along with you. And the resistance, the whole like the thing going to shit, it's a lot bigger. Where like there's a small set of humans still trying to live, and Akira's kind of like a head general, and there's other devil men with him who are like trying to like fight for good, while other people are like
this one everyone is just like
it's just fucked.
Everyone just
another one there's like subsequent, and then in one of the other stories, you know how like the girl dies,
the main girl,
she dies. He actually ends up going to hell to try to get her back, and he has to fucking fight Hades to like try to bring her back. And I hear that one's really really good, and so is the artwork. I want to start reading that one. It gets really crazy basically in the manga, and the OVAs are a really good representation of it too.
But they're all right.
The animation is still really good. Like.
How old are we talking?
I want to say like 2000s, if not older.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
They're OVAs, so they're in good quality. What I'm trying to say is, I appreciate the Devilman got something, and I like that they changed a lot of good things. They changed a lot of the story aspects for the better. Like his parents were never introduced in the original stuff. They would just imply they died or something like that, or they were never found. They went on something basically. They went on some sort of trip and they got lost, or they died in a car crash, something like that. Something very generic. But in this one, it's just like, oh, they went away for a while. Now they're back, and the tragedy that happens with his dad and his mom is. I actually appreciate that better than what happened in the original one. And some characters are better, some characters are worse. And of course, the pacing is just. I wish that was better. I wish it was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Aside from that. It's good. I recommend it. If you haven't seen it, then get into it. But for people saying it's the GOAT event.
All right. So last up we have Megalo Box. I wish it was called Megalo Boxing.
No, I like this one. It's more Japanese, therefore it makes it.
It is
dumber. We've seen the first 3, right? I haven't seen the 3rd episode, but that's because I'm waiting for episode 4.
No, I watched it all at once.
You've done it. So you're watching it on YouTube on 480p.
I watched the last one. The last episode.
Was it in parts or was it the full episode?
No, it was the full episode and everything. It looked perfectly fine. Because it was fresh, YouTube didn't take it down. So, 720, full screen. It looked completely fine. My eyes had to get used to that show, though. My eyes had to get used to that show.
What do you mean? Your eyes?
You know how it's like... It looks like it's like drawn.
Yeah, pencil. Like it's kind of sketchy a bit.
Like the my eyes, very different. Like it was very like not difficult, but it was weird to look at it because the subtitles are real crisp against like the drawing, and the backgrounds were drawn too.
Yeah.
So it looks like everything is out of focus. The only times that it didn't was when they would do like a face or a body against the back, like specifically the skies, because that wasn't drawn like that. It's digital, like they draw the clouds digitally, so it's like a sharp background to that, and it looks fine. But when they're both like drawn like that, for some reason my eyes, it really seemed like everything was out of focus. I even went back, like when I was watching the episode, I'm like, okay, this is like 420 or 360. There's something wrong with this. And I checked, it was 720. I'm like, why does it look like that? But I got used to it after a while. It's just that threw me off in the beginning. But I like it.
It's your friend Clip?
Who's up?
Like usual. Just so people know that he can.
Brian's bum ass is here. Say something, Brian.
What's up?
Very something.
Say it louder.
What's up?
Alright.
Actually, I think so. Brian's bum ass voice.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Megalo box.
It don't matter now because Brian's here.
Cool show. I'll say that before we get sidetracked. Cool show. I like it.
It's something Ashita no Joe's 50th anniversary, and
Do you like the intro?
I like the intro. I like it a lot, actually.
Really?
I do like it a
I
lot.
don't like it.
The one with the wolf?
Yeah.
You don't like
I
it?
don't like it.
Why not?
Something about the fact that it's just
It's very like
wolves
80.
95% throws me off.
Well, it's
You know what? When I was watching
bro.
it, I was just
and
like,
he's got the scars and he's junkyard dog and
when I was
the
watching it, I'm
motorcycles
like,
and
this is
vroom, vroom, vroom.
too spot on. It's like if I watch a Berserk anime opening and it's like the fox throughout the most of it. Like, it's like the animal, the representation, but I don't need to see that for like 95%.
I like it. It's very like AMVS. Like,
Yeah, it is.
It's very 80s. Like,
Yeah.
Like very very like 80s, like for what the time that Ashita no Joe was. It's very that, and I think it's kind of like homaging like old anime intros.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like very, like, versus the rival, because you know how Yuri is
he's
like,
the white.
depicted
He's
as
the
like
white one.
white, kind of pure looking, cool, and he's just like this old beaten up fucking dog who's just roaming around fighting and shit. That to me is fucking cool. I don't care. That's dope. I actually like that song instead of the ending.
I like the ending more.
Yeah.
But it's because I know the artist.
I like that middle part too, where it just shows like a bunch of the slums in the city,
Mm-hmm.
and it has that little music. I was like, ooh, I'm a bump. I wish I knew the artist name of the song into that, because it was actually really catchy. But Brian's here now, so none of this fucking matters. Brian, where's your bum ass been for the past? How long has it been?
Couple months.
They're not gonna be able to hear you.
Couple months.
Okay. How have you been, Brian?
Same place I've always been. Just eviction here or there.
You know your casual eviction.
Yeah, no problems. Were you guys talking about that goblin slaying anime? The one you
The
posted
manga.
about
Yeah.
with the knight?
Yeah.
Why, are you reading it?
No.
Alright, you don't have to. Don't.
No. He just looks like a Bloodborne character. That's all, Brian.
Yeah, he looked cool. I was like, that's the only thing about it. But I'm just reading Berserk right now, but I'm really getting tired.
Oh, perfect. You know what? This is great.
I thought you stopped
I'm
reading
glad you showed the fuck up, Brian. Sit your ass up, boy. We about to have a discussion. Why are you wearing a damn jacket?
Because it's not hot.
But he took off his.
Yeah, but he has a real jacket. This isn't a real jacket. This is super thin. I feel it, bro. No, like, go inside.
Oh, hey, yo.
It's just real thin.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like mine. Mine's just like a windbreaker type thing.
Yeah, like yours has like actual like feathers. In
Yeah,
it or
this
whatever.
one actually, keeps you warm.
All right, Brian.
I thought you stopped reading it. Why are you still reading it?
Cool. Spoilers aware. Oh, man.
I've got this far.
Oh, nigga,
You're not far, Brian.
I'm not far.
You're not far.
We move
Okay,
a little
I'm
bit
up
closer
to a
so Brian,
point.
Brian can.
You can spoil it.
I'm up to the point where Guts accepts this quest to kill trolls from this old man. And he
Oh,
forms a
wow. You're
party
really in there.
with a little witch girl.
Oh, her.
Yeah, you're
Everybody gets
in there,
like
basically.
enchanted gear.
You're past the main, the important part.
Nah, this is essentially
He's past,
he has
not the
because
awakening. What's it called? The sacrifice.
sacrifice.
thing.
Yeah, he's back to sacrifice, but
that's the important
sacrifice
part,
is
man.
pretty early because even the
Nigga,
movies
no,
got
that
back.
shit was fucking like late.
No,
Takes a good while to get there.
not really.
That's when I got
The movies passed it. The anime passed it.
Well, that's the pinnacle. That's after not the pinnacle, but like the main event. That is the most important part of
The
it.
sacrifice is like I would say sacrifice is like your 33%, maybe 25, because then Guts has to do his solo. He gets a group.
What's solo?
When after the sacrifice, he had no group. He was by himself.
Oh, you mean that part?
He was
yeah.
dealing with his problems, and he gets his guild or
What
whatever.
happened prior though, sacrifice? Because you saw like a snippet of that where he was just fighting like.
Yeah, but he still does it. Not
Brian, what's it called? I forget the name. I was gonna say apprentice and what's it called? Apostles. There you go.
yeah, but they still show it afterwards. But he
Yeah.
he doesn't have the eye patch in the beginning stuff, which I remember him.
He doesn't. That's prototype Guts. That
Yeah.
was like the prototype of the story.
Who? What? He had an eye patch at one point, but he gave it to a kid.
Yeah, that's prototype guts.
What is that?
So before Berserk, as we know it, was a thing, that was the official like first design that he had for Guts. He made him a lot more snarky, and him, instead of having the one closed eye.
That's the point where I was telling you guys the art was like changed.
Yeah,
like,
it was super.
different.
Yeah, that was.
I was gonna
super
tell
early.
you, like,
That's super.
if you
early.
read the JoJo manga, think of it like Josuke. In the first couple of chapters, Josuke looks way different than the Josuke in the anime.
This was just to sell it. It was like a pitch. Like
Josuke in the manga in the beginning, he looks hella different.
So
he's
he made the whole thing before that, and then integrated the prototype part into it.
This was just this is what happened. Because they usually do that for like manga. If you buy like volumes, they short like little stories, like what the character looked like, what the story was going to be. Like rough designs, rough sketches. So that's what Guts was supposed to be. Instead of it on his neck, he was supposed to have it on his chest.
Oh.
And Hawk was even different. Like the story was sort of the same.
That would have been weird on his chest. It's better on his neck because then
I
it
like
can bleed.
Yeah,
so
exactly. I like it because you can see him more, and I just like Guts being more somber and kind of cold instead of him being a snarky
like an
asshole.
Which he was kind of in the beginning.
A bit, but
but that's like.
But then he gets sad.
Yeah, because he had to be.
I hate you, Guts. Well, I hate you too. 2 panels later, sad Guts.
I don't understand why Griffith Femto exists when the other 4 doesn't.
What do you mean, the other 4? Well, he exists. He's a part of them. He's an
He's
apostle.
the 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the 5th, but what I'm saying
He's
is...
reborn, bro.
Why
What
he
is
can
the-
exist in the real world?
That, and what is the point of the 5th when the 4 others don't exist or do anything?
They
5 god
exist,
hands. They're 5 fingers.
They're completely different, They're in a separate dimension. But they can come in and out whenever the fuck they want.
And you're so early on. Who says that they don't pop out in the real world? The only reason why Griffith is because he wants to. Like, he has a reason. Because he has to go to their human world or whatever. Well, now merged world. But go and do what he wants to do.
Yeah, like rule everything.
Yeah. The others don't want to do something like
he's
trivial like that.
He's not up to the other part, right?
What part?
The second coming of Jesus.
No, I don't think.
You're not up to that, right?
I don't know. I mean, if you mean Griffith, like he's just reborn with his badass armor.
Yeah. No, not
just...
Femto. New Griffith.
Yeah,
like
that's what I mean.
Griffith.
Like human Griffith.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing now. He's building this big ass demon army, and then Guts got this small party with a kid
Guts is
in
not
it.
gonna fight though.
He's not gonna fight them.
Get his ass kicked.
Yeah, I know,
plus,
but that's what I'm saying. Like compared to Guts'
Guts
first party.
Guts, that's not his priority. At least
not right now.
His priority is just to kill Griffith.
No, his priority right now is to help Casca.
That's why he's forming the guild.
Casca.
Here's the thing. When I said that Guts was doing his own thing, that's him. When in the beginning where he's just by himself and he has Puck, but he's killing demons and now he's sex with them.
Yeah.
That's post him getting fucked over.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's by himself for a bit.
Oh, that makes sense.
He goes through his emotional stuff. He's by himself. Then he realizes, this is not what I want to do. I don't want to just go and kill
every apostle
and hunt Griffith. I want to help or protect the thing that I love.
Casca.
And that's why he is now going out and he has friends and he's joining up with people because now his goal, he doesn't give a fuck about Griffith.
He's contradicting himself though because he's got this inner demon that kind of wants to kill.
Well, yeah, obviously if he sees them, because they do see each other, he's gonna want to kill him. But if there's 2 roads in front of him, one is take this road and you'll find Griffith and you'll murder him, or this road where you're gonna help Casca. He's gonna go help Casca. If Griffith pops out,
that's what the Skull Knight was talking about.
Yes, exactly. Pause.
Never mind.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Skull Knight, my boy, by the way. You told me years ago. You're like, oh, he just appears and then goes away.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to
just
sell you on
one
the
time.
point. Did you? Oh, shit! I was gonna tell you that one really cool part that I like. That he makes a new sword out of a bunch of fucking things.
well, he has a bunch of behillits in his sword.
I know. What in his sword, it's like a rose sword.
He's not up to there. Oh, you up to there?
No, I've seen.
He has the rose sword, and it's a bunch of behillits.
Kind of like rapier.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen him eat a behelit.
Well, did you ever look at his sword?
A what?
Did you ever look at his sword? You know how it has the thorns?
Yeah, thorns.
And the sword itself is a bunch of behealers.
I don't.
He's not up to there
I
yet.
never noticed.
He
That.
says he's fighting the trolls, but I don't think he's got in the troll cave where
You know, I haven't gotten. They
babies are
haven't
popping
fought
out of
the
them.
trolls yet.
Yeah, you haven't fully got up to
Troll
that.
cave?
Yeah,
Is that the one with that blonde hair girl who's a real bitch?
No.
And she tries to murder that her boyfriend or whatever?
No.
No?
It's
I don't know
more
what you're
like
talking
Is the
about.
Kushans a thing?
no, cause
No,
he's already past that.
Kind of.
Man, you were hella early.
The Kushan.
Okay, you're not up to
Griffith just annihilated the entire Kushan army. So.
No.
Not
Okay.
all of them, but he killed a good.
Are
amount.
you up to where the priest shows up?
The priest.
Yeah, there's a priest. The guy, like, what was it? The crucible? No, the
There was a
crucible.
priest in the village.
No,
No.
he's past that already because that's prior to
You mean the dude that slams his face on the
Yeah.
floor
yeah,
for
he's past that already.
Past that already.
He's
Got
the
killed
trolls
already.
where he's
Okay.
he's trying to
Yeah.
save that village
Dead.
and that little girl they're very wary of magic and they don't think magic.
They go
exists.
into this forest and they're able to see this big tree with a witch inside. And
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about. That's where the anime left off. Okay. He doesn't get his armor though yet, right?
no,
I was
Okay.
gonna try to not say that, but yeah, he's not up to that where he gets the armor.
Oh, okay.
I mean I saw the Nightmare versus Guts video, so I know he gets armor.
You know which armor though, right?
Something that prevents him from taking damage from fire. That's all I know.
No, you're very.
That's not what it
it's
does,
okay,
but-
don't worry.
You're close.
You'll get
I guess.
I know you'll like it once you see it. I know you'll like it for sure.
I have a feeling it's connected to that demon dog that haunts Guts.
Yes,
Looks like Venom.
that's all I'll say. Yes.
Kinda. Like the armor is his own thing, but because Guts has that, they just do a little design that incorporates it. Like it looks like it, kinda. But that's
Spoilers for Bryan.
artistic.
Freedom.
It's
As
just
long as it looks cool, I don't care.
yeah, it looks cool, but that's how he doesn't get murdered.
The Skull Knight was telling, he said something about having to choose one or the other.
Killing Griffith or saving Casca.
There's that.
And Guts is all like, nigga, what?
Yeah. But it seems like he really wants to kill Griffith. Though.
Well, obviously
He does. He got fucked over. Brian, you saw what he did to him.
I know.
He got cucked to the highest degree.
but he's putting that aside for something that he cares about.
Which I wouldn't. I would not.
But you would have got murdered then, because he wouldn't have the friends he has, and he would have died.
The only well, you already passed when the blacksmith / his sort of mentor was like, you've been stupid this whole time.
Yeah, I scolded him, yeah.
And it's just that's only when he really came to realize it, because otherwise he was just blinded by rage, quite figuratively.
Point is, Guts would have died a long time ago if it wasn't
had it not
for
been for
his
that.
friends, which he develops after being alone, because he kind of realizes that's not.
Not prior to Puck, and even that he's human, but he only survived because the reason why he didn't die so early is because he had a goal in mind, which was I won't die until at least I kill Griffith. He would have died a long time ago, especially with the apostles.
Yeah,
Slammed with into walls, fucking buildings crashing down. Half of that, even with that thing, with that one monkey thing, it should have killed him, but it didn't because
he's a strong man.
he's strong and he's very angry.
Yeah, he's like apex human,
But
and he has
he's still human
armor.
to an extent. He still takes damage, and even after that fight, he didn't get up for a good fucking while. He didn't. Yeah, he wasn't fighting for at least a week or two in their time.
Point is, yeah.
He's not invincible, but
Like I said, if you get smashed into something, you'll be fine because you have armor.
to an
If
extent.
you get stabbed,
yeah, besides
that's
he's
a
got
big-
fairy dust. That's their biggest deus ex machina. He's got fucking fairy dust.
Sensu being.
Essentially, yes, but it's not gonna cure cancer or anything.
Or yeah.
Well,
I thought you would have stopped reading it. You didn't like Casca.
Casca is bothering the crap out of me because
But
he's
she's literally
completely useless retard.
The reason it never bothered me, even though normally if I heard that, I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't like that. We were just talking about Goblin Slayer and how I don't like the main character because she's stupid. But for when it bothers me, it's when they're normal, when they're functioning human beings. Casca's not. So her being retarded, it's like, well, no shit. She's less than a child.
But my thing is that the creator of this manga in this
This is not
demon
supposed to be a
world-
happy story.
It's not.
But what's the point?
Because Guts is supposed to suffer.
Don't get too loud.
He's supposed to suffer.
Just
She's supposed to be a burden. She's a vegetable. She's supposed to be like the thing you don't want, but he still does. And like he deals with her, even though she kind of hates him.
It's like when they mention, it's like, oh, you know,
Kinda.
there's a slight possibility, you know, they can help her out maybe. So he'll take that chance, even if it means gambling it all.
Like
As
no,
long
like
as it's
again,
her.
think of it like if this was Guts a little bit before, like I guess he developed feelings for her, whatever. He would have been like, "Oh, she's dead weight. I'm gonna let her go." I mean, it's the logical choice.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
Still now.
But the thing is, he's not thinking like that anymore, and he's thinking like more emotionally, and
It's like,
I guess he's just trying to protect like what he loves.
if I were Guts, I'd dump Casca and get that blonde hair bitch you don't like.
The
The
what
one
is
it?
obsessed
I like
with
her.
burning stuff.
Bernice?
Something like
Furnice.
that. Farnice.
Farnice, there you go.
Farnice, yeah.
Barney.
Yeah, she's kind of a bitch in the beginning, but she's she's probably the most developed character in that thing.
Her character makes sense as to why she does the things she does.
You know who I hated?
Who?
Isidro?
I fucking love Isidro.
No, not Isidro.
Yeah, I like
he's,
Isidro.
He's alright.
Her,
He's kind of annoying, but it's
He's a fucking kid who's
Yeah.
trying
The
to be
thing is-
cool.
yeah, but his character, you know, his archetype, the way he is.
Well, he is, but he does get better. I'll say that. He does get better.
and he's not a complete moron.
It was this little girl with like puffy hair, with She was part of these
that
prostitute
dumb
groups.
slut bitch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was talking about. The
Sorry.
blonde hair
I
girl
didn't mean to
who
say
tried to kill her boyfriend.
Oh, she's blonde. Yeah. it was
Oh well,
Crybaby,
yeah, you didn't see
In
that.
her hair, yeah. I hated
Generally,
her.
if their hair is white, just think of them as blonde.
Yeah, I didn't know Farnice hair was blonde too. I thought it was just white.
Nah,
But then I
it
saw
was-
like a
The only one with
picture.
white hair is Griffith. He's special.
Yeah.
he's above it.
Everyone else is blondes, blacks.
Yeah,
and
her
browns.
character didn't make sense. Where she's like, oh, you know, I like you, but then she's with the demons, and then the next moment
She's
she's
the
crying.
most human
Her character? Nah,
because
took-
she's
took
doing
like a
what
complete
most
180.
people would do
Yeah.
in that situation.
Very 180
Like-
character, I would say.
Ones who want, to be with, I guess, the one that they want, but like that world that they live in is too difficult, so they have to like. Example, Devilman Crybaby, the people who go out and party. Megalo boxing, the kids who live in the slums and who eat those drugs.
I'm also there.
Oh, you're not in third episode? Oh, yeah, you're not.
Thank you for fucking spoiling it, though.
Point is,
Yeah, I'll see it when I see it.
people react in not a great way to like a bad surrounding.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
human nature, though.
she would do that like
That was as an escape.
yeah.
Yeah, but like...
When she would think she's like, oh yeah, obviously I care about him, but then it's like,
But she was like sucking dudes off left and right.
well, she's a prostitute. She's trying to get by.
Nah, she was doing that one for fun. She was
that little pit.
Yeah, she was doing that.
Yeah,
for
but that's
fun,
their
bro.
escape. As fucked as it is, it's their escape. That's why I never was just like I'm not saying that like it makes sense. It's wrong, but it makes sense. Like if I saw a group of people doing that, I'm like, probably half the people in this village are doing that too.
But
It's
why
not
do you
right.
do that? How is that her escape when it's also her job? Like, an escape should be something away from like. That.
Well,
That's-
her
that's
job
what she
is the
was also-
prostitution. Her escape is like doing that pit thing.
And
the-
they were
with
doing
the
the
devil.
drugs. Down with the goat man.
Devil and the goat head man.
Of his
With-
snake penis.
I didn't get that. It was he had a snake penis. It was kind of like a, I think the word is pseudo demon, but
Pseudo demons.
pseudo demon.
This nigga says pseudo, dude.
I don't know, but he like as he's trying to escape, he opens like the door to escape hatch, and he gets stabbed by the Bayonet thing
Yeah.
that
he-
turns people into
Pseudo?
demons.
What do I think when he says pseudo?
But then after that, he fights
Pseudo-wudo.
God.
Fucking
Yeah.
Pokemon.
But he's like the same thing.
Well, it's kind of like turning
So
them
was
into
he
like their
already a demon?
deepest desire type thing.
No, he wasn't a demon.
He was just representation. He was just like,
It's
he's
just
our
like,
god.
hey, put on this goat head and you'll be able to fuck
he's-
all these bitches.
yeah, he's like their mascot, or if not like the cult leader. That's all he was.
He doesn't.
How did you already have a snake penis then?
He didn't.
He didn't.
When they did that, it was like the drugs, so they were just hallucinating.
Oh god, so he would
But
just kissed
when-
the dick.
When he touched them, like he would give a speech, like anyone he would touch, they kind of like turned him into the thing they
That's
wanted
where
to be
he
the
gets
most.
like the legs and he can stomp people's head out.
Same thing with the guy, the priest guy.
Yeah.
He was a divine hand of God. And the other guys too, they became angels. Despite they were, despite them like being evil and deformed, they still had sort of good intentions.
Yeah.
And that's why they followed the priest, because despite how they looked and how they were treated around society, he didn't judge them for that, and he kept them like sort of safe. He was like,
I got all
God.
that, but I still didn't care. If you're torturing people like willingly, and
Here's the thing,
you're
though.
bad
they,
guy.
they still saw them as bad people. It's like, oh yeah, you're doing this, but you're also a scumbag, so you don't deserve, retribution.
Here's the thing about that manga. Don't think about it as good or bad equals liking or not liking.
Everything's very great.
Because for them, it was right. Because they're religious. And for them...
They were also kind of brainwashed too. So.
Yeah. But for them, doing that is justice.
Yeah, because
I mean, obviously, in our human heads, we're like, killing equals bad. But in their heads,
also,
they're just following the rules.
Think about the time also as
But
well.
if they're going by justice, why not just kill them and be done with it? Why torture them?
Because that's
kill them?
what you're supposed to do.
Because they sin,
Because,
bro.
yes. That's why do you think hell exists? Hell
Okay,
isn't
but
like
then leave
you
the
die.
torturing to
Hell
Leave
is
it
suffering.
To the devil or God or
Don't get
whatever.
loud.
But that's the point, Bryan. Religious generally equals suffering.
And at that time, religion was like...
Hell is not like, oh, you die and you go... Like, you suffer through everything. And in this, you have to suffer. Because you did something bad, you have to suffer. Dying is too, like, good.
You gotta pay your dues, basically. And
For us, yeah, that's fucked. But if you were religious, like Farnese, right? In her head, what she was doing was right. But then, she goes away from that. And she develops her own, like, right or wrong.
I'm interested to see her character development.
She's probably the best.
Because right now, she can't fight for shit. She can't.
Yeah. But the thing is, that's what makes the party different than I was going to say the Falcons. The Band of the Hawks. Because they're strong. And his new party is not. And that makes what he's going through even more
stressful,
important, because he's not with a bunch of people that can carry their weight.
Except
He's with except for
what's his name?
with the sword.
The
I mean,
brother.
yeah. Well,
That's
yeah. Okay, yeah.
What's his name, David?
Serpico.
Serpico. There you go. Thank you.
He's the only one that like carries weight. Everyone else is like
sort of there.
They're not. They're dead weight technically, but because Guts is a changed man, and because he cares, or he's learning to care, he throws that away. So that's his thing right now. Is he's learning to give a shit about people, no matter how weak or strong they are. So his team is pretty fucking weak. But, like I said, if you're ramping up to him having to fight more and more apostles, something has to happen to where they get stronger. So they're not all going to be weak. They all develop their own thing.
I'm assuming now then, from like this point on, it's just going to be defending yourself from evil. Because now Guts doesn't want to go and risk everything, so now he's just going to protect the people he cares about.
And he has to go on his journey.
Yeah.
To fix Casca. And think of it like this. Where they just ended the manga, left the manga, is the end, is close to the ending of that. What you're about to read from now on is literally, that's why I told you, you should stop reading it right now. If you really don't like Casca, because everything involves her. This is not going away anytime soon. Yeah, like from where you are,
very big arc.
Right now, like today, present day, they just kind of got there. So they have to do this whole giant journey where they have to fix Casca. There's little parts that people like break up, like the boat arc, but it's all under this big arc of like, let's fix Casca.
Okay, but wasn't the goal currently to leave her in a safe place? Is he gonna take her with her everywhere?
But then he realized how bad of an idea it was, because he already did that once, and he's not gonna let that do it. He's not gonna let that happen again.
Wait, right now he's not with Casca?
No, he is. They're just they're on their way to Puck's homeland
Yeah. That's
to keep her there so she'll be safe from like demons.
Uh-huh.
That's the idea right now.
Yeah, that's the idea.
But you're saying he's gonna take her with her.
Well, he's gonna get her. He's gonna take her to there because that's also like where they're gonna try to fix her.
Like she sometimes she won't be there, sometimes she will. Like there might be a couple
very
times.
big hindrance. She's a fucking.
She's the whole reason. So obviously they have to go with her. But maybe it's like in a video game, pit stop. Okay, this is a safe zone. Let's do other stuff and leave her here. But he's not gonna leave her like he did before.
Yeah, for like what was it, like 2 years?
Yeah, I don't remember how long.
It was a good while.
He's just putting her somewhere where she'll be generally safe, so they can do maybe more important things that are riskier.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone just sort of develops their own thing.
I'm looking forward to more Skull Knight. I want to see what plays out with him. What does he do?
Well, he's the big mystery. He's kind of supposed to be a big mystery.
A lot of things in that manga are still a mystery because it's not like we get chapters regularly.
Nope, nigga's always on hiatus.
That's why I'm pretty sure this shit is ending soon. If not, then the dude will die before he finishes it. I'm almost positive he will die. Huh?
The guy who creates it?
Yeah, who's running it?
He's been at it for like since the 90s, if not a little bit earlier. Maybe
I'm pretty
like
sure
mid 80s, maybe late 80s. But
by the way it's going, he will die before he gets even close to finishing it. That's why I feel like they might. It'd be weird. People are like speculating because this manga is very weird.
I mean, you could just like write up like a.
What I'm thinking is like he could possibly just do like
a successor, but his artwork is like. I don't know. I can't see with anyone else drawing it. It's kind of like how they're doing the DBZS like manga. It's very like. Very fan work-esque. Like, it's not the same. It's not Akira Toriyama doing it.
What I'm saying is
like fan art.
He might find a point in that thing where he ends it.
It's not going to be like the perfect ending, but it'll be an ending.
How? He might even end it where Guts gets what he wants. And that's it. They don't talk about Griffith. They don't talk about anything else. It's just like, now he gets what he wants and I don't know. Use your imagination. Maybe they got murdered the next day. Maybe they live happily ever after in a big overgrown tree. I don't know.
It's kind of like the whole Griffith thing. It gives me like this Castlevania feel. Like Griffith is Dracula. He's about to bring the Age of Darkness. He's got this entire army of demons, and what he wants is like a kingdom to rule over the world.
Nah, but Griffith is good.
He's good. He's a good guy.
He's good for people. Yeah.
I mean,
he's what are they saying? They're like their people are blind to him, but he's like actually really evil, but people can't see.
No,
that.
Reborn Griffith, no.
Yeah,
no? I don't think Griffith was ever evil.
He's not. Just he was dealt a bad
again.
hand.
Though a lot of people say Griffith is evil, I really don't think he is.
I don't know the full story yet.
Oh no, I'm talking about where you got.
But yeah, where I'm at right now, it seems like.
But he's doing everything.
Very selfish right now. He's doing everything for himself.
But
and everybody
what is
he
his
stepped
goal?
on in the past, he forgot about.
But what is his goal?
His goal right now is to rule.
What has his goal always been? To create a kingdom and to bring peace.
I don't know about the bringing peace part. I know he just wanted to, like, get up.
He wants to make a kingdom and like make it like good.
So then, what's all this? 5-handed God.
You gotta squish crap. You gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
Yeah, and that's fine, but he's being portrayed. He's being risen up from like evil.
He's stepping on a couple corpses to go up the ladder to create his kingdom. That I don't know if you're up to it, but everything is going pretty peachy. Like if you were in that world, then you are not Guts.
Guts, is that you? Let me get the door. Pause this shit real quick. Just remember
if we did not see the story of Guts and his friends that got murdered, Griffith would look like a pretty good guy.
It's me.
I guess so.
Like,
I mean,
he has his kingdom. Yeah, there's some demons in them, but they're fighting for the people.
Like, I never really had a problem with the whole demon thing, because from what it seems like, the whole world, even humans, are just like really bad.
That's the point. Everyone. That's what I've been saying. No one in that manga is good. Everyone is pretty shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But Griffith wants to change it. He wants to make a kingdom where people are protected. His kingdom. I don't know about anyone else's. He'll murder the Kushalas in a blink of an eye. But if his kingdom, his shit is good and the people are living a good life.
And
if you were part of that, you'd be like, man, go Griffith.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but what about after that? Are humans and demons gonna live peacefully? He's gonna send the demons back to hell? What's going on?
He has an army of them, of demons and humans. If he can, he's probably the only one that can do it. He is so like enticing to demons and humans that maybe he can make a kingdom where they're together.
That's cool and everything, but it's like it seems like an impossible thing. Demons,
but that's the point of Griffith.
To kill.
Griffith is so godlike that he created an army, the Band of the Hawks, that follow him. Just like they have no ambition. They're like, whatever you want to do, I will die for you.
Yeah, but that's still evil in itself too, because it's kind of like brainwashing.
It's not his fault that he's so godlike.
The knight walks up to him and just like, he doesn't even know why, but he kneels and pledges his sword to him, and he's like, "Why am I doing this?"
At that point, he's a god. He's Godhead. He's more than a human. But even when he was just a normal human, he did so much for his army. He slept with those grown ass men. He took the dick.
That one guy.
But he took the dick for his army.
That's something I want to talk about. Not that, but where it went all downhill for Griffith when he did the princess.
Yeah, where he tried to get her so he can get some.
Yeah, why did he do that? He was getting in so good with like the king and everything. I'm sure somewhere down the line. Too much time.
He has to. The thing is, he wants his goal. If he sees a shortcut, he's gonna take it.
With that much of a risk, that was a very high risk and didn't pay off.
Well, Griffith has got everything. Well, yes.
I think that was the stupidest thing he ever done. I think he could have waited, and she was already in love with him.
But was Guts there in that time?
Yeah, Guts was there.
Where he fucked up?
Oh
no, Guts was. The thing is, when Guts left, Griffith was destroyed. He was just like that's why he did all those horrible things. He fucked up because he was out of character, because he met someone that like he got his own ambition, and he was just like, I can't deal. I kind of love this guy.
Yeah, that is kind of a weird relationship.
I got the big gay from Guts.
The big gay.
But like I was saying, what was I saying?
See, all that stuff prior, I liked it. I liked everything. It was until after Casca became the way she was that I just.
But it's supposed to be
really
difficult.
Annoyed.
The readers are supposed to be like,
"What the fuck?
What the fuck?" You went from like
just someone who held their own, someone who was almost on equal ground to Guts.
Vegetable.
Yeah, but I don't care about that anyway. I don't care that she was like a professional swordsman back then, and now she's a retard. I only care about the now. I only care about that. She's retarded now, and she's nothing but a problem. That's it. And I guess you keep saying that, yeah, it's supposed to be the way it is.
That's how you're supposed to be.
Bryan, you are the biggest edgelord. I swear to God.
I would have left her. I would have left her a long time ago.
But that's not what Guts is anymore. That's old Guts. He's not like that anymore.
Mm.
That's the whole point. He's not like that.
But there's gonna be more like crazy stuff, right? I mean, why bother getting this armor you guys are talking about if he's not gonna be fighting?
Well, yeah, because if he doesn't, he would have got. He's gonna get murdered. Yeah. Again, like I said, apostles are in their world now, and they're stronger than ever. He has to. Him and his team. Something has to happen to where they get a buff.
Basically. So
I was seeing that in like
fighting
the
one is a problem. Imagine
that's
fighting two.
Well, yeah, he has magic now.
Yeah. This witch girl saw something in his sword or something when they gave the elemental weapons.
Yeah, basically.
They didn't say nothing.
Yeah, There's gonna be magic, and plays a pretty big part in his thing because he has magic, and they're fighting demons. But yeah, Griffith, not that bad of a guy. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good for his kingdom.
It's cool. I like the whole manga. Did I stop at this point and start watching the anime?
No,
I was talking about the anime. You can watch the movies.
Watch the movie.
Okay.
It's just for like they're not gonna get past. You're past that, but it's cool to see like
A refresher.
And like
Stuff.
it gives you a voice to what they're saying.
Now, how about that Gambino though? What a good dad.
Gambino.
Gambino is that?
Oh, his adopted father.
Oh yeah. Yes, yeah.
Gambino.
I'll raise you as my own. I'll teach you the way of the sword, and I'm gonna sell you out to one of my guys for like 2 shekels. What a night!
So Bryan, I was gonna ask you this about the sacrifice. You think the Griffith was right in doing that? Like it was cool?
What, it was cool or was it right? Which one?
Like.
Do you think Griffith was right for doing it? Like, think yourself as Griffith.
I would have done the same in his situation if my body was basically just a walking corpse. But raping Casca.
Well, yeah,
that's
why he like. That's just him being like an individual.
Bro, at the end, I was rubbing salt on the wound. It was like, you gonna watch?
Because at that point, like he was mad at Guts. He left him. How are you gonna leave me?
Mm-hmm.
And in his head, it's all Guts' fault because after he left, like he went downhill.
Yeah, he basically became a husk of a human being, quite literally. Just tortured for.
Someone make your girlfriend husk.
Oh man.
I'm gonna give you the ultimate.
That makes sense, but that's like really.
It's fucked. Yes, it's super fucked.
I mean, you would be reborn as this demon with like / God and this power, and you still think to screw over this guy, and everything past that.
He was gonna murder them, but Skull Knight came.
That's all in the past,
basically.
But
it's funny.
I mean, as far as him murdering like his whole army, I guess like that was fine. Because it's kind of what they wanted
to. He didn't really
to.
murder them. It was the demons that ate them.
No, but he sacrificed them.
Yeah,
but that's kind of what they wanted to, at least, like in his head, because they were willing to die for him prior. So, what difference does it make? Yeah, they got murdered viciously. I didn't know it was coming, but I mean, it was gonna happen anyway.
It was screwed, but I wasn't really attached to any of the characters, so I couldn't care much. Did not care at all.
Not one.
What was this guy? Pepe or something like that?
Really, Pepe, the silent giant, but he has a heart of gold.
Yeah, it's a good guy.
Yeah, they were all willing to die for him, so
yeah,
might as well get over now, and he'll become God. And he did get what he wanted, and he did get his kingdom, and everyone's gonna live happily ever after, except if mean old Guts is gonna come and get revenge.
Storming ruining his parade.
What I want to know is, will Femto ever show up?
Yes.
He will? It's not just God Griffith? Femto still exists? In all his Black Hawk glory?
Does Femto ever show up again?
He does. He shows up in that castle with the crocodiles.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he is a thing. They're 2 separate beings.
Really?
Which confuses me. Yeah, they are 2 separate beings. Yeah, they are.
Like, they can be in 2 different places at once?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like him as Griffith, he's a completely separate entity from what Femto is. That's why he seems so much purer in this one. Like he's just straight good, all this shit.
That makes it like.
That's literally what he's the black and white. Femto is all the bad in Griffith, and he's
kind of starting to not see a bad side and like summoning a Behelit. Like, you just, like, gain power, and maybe you become a demon, but so what?
Oh, no, you get fucked over, bro.
How?
Look at the apostles.
Guts kills them.
Yeah. But at what cost? You have to sacrifice to get that power, and is it really worth the sacrifice?
Point of some apostles are not as bad as others. There's that one guy who his wife screwed him over, and he got real mad. Got real mad.
What would you guys sacrifice if you had to?
Well, you don't get a choice. The rule is whoever means something to you, has to get sacrificed. Like you can't sacrifice somebody you don't know or care about. They have to mean something to you.
I mean, I know that. I didn't know it was a rule. I thought you just had to do.
Yeah,
it in
that's why
exchange.
some people were like, "Oh, Griff is evil," but if like he doesn't care about his army or whatever. But that's not true because
He did care about them.
yeah, he cared about them. That's why it worked. That's why he was able to sacrifice them all because he cared about them. He didn't care about them like as individuals, like Guts, because he wouldn't be a very good.
And that's why they liked
King.
him more than Guts.
Like for him to be like
I mean,
as
they
good
liked
as he
Guts more than him.
was, he has to like put a barrier between him and like all of his troops. But obviously he has to care because he did all those things for them.
Yeah.
He cares about them not as individuals but as like pawns, I guess.
Yeah, as a whole.
As stairs, every stair is important, but I can't focus on like one or them as individuals.
No.
I don't know. Fuck, I sacrifice. What kind of question is that?
Well, I'm about done talking about Berserk. Let's move on to Overlord.
The fuck? No, we're done. No.
No, I don't.
I'm hungry.
Watch Overlord.
No
Bryan,
one
you
knows
hungry?
about Overlord. I think it's
All I know is a big skeleton with a bunch of ladies.
it's skeleton bones, yeah.
Isn't that also based off a light novel?
Probably
What?
a light novel.
I just know he looks a big skull man from like Dark Souls.
I'm pretty sure it's based on a light novel. I wouldn't be surprised. There's
You
too many
guys
women
eat
in
that?
that for it not
No,
to
I'm
be.
fucking hungry. Just ate a sandwich, but I'm hungry. What do you want to eat? End this shit now, boy. We're done. It's 2 hours in.
That's the podcast.
The surprise guest Bryan, and Nick is still dying from give me a disease.
Polio.
Yeah, he's dying from polio. Poor rip.
He's the last person on the planet with polio.
Give us money so we can help Nick. No, let me not. That's terrible. People do that.
All right. Well, goodbye. Say goodbye, Brian.
Goodbye.
How do I stop this? This one?
Nice. Yeah.